Hello, everybody. Welcome to TechX Radio Podcast, a collaboration between Tech Exchange and Radio Balam. We're excited to be here. My name is Ulises Atarain, and with me is...
Yes, this is Crescencia Ramirez, and welcome, Ulises. We're here at Tech Exchange and Radio Balam.
Yes, we're very excited to initiate this partnership and alliance with Radio Balam and have this podcast. I know, Crescencia, you've been doing this for quite a while with Radio Balam, right?
Indeed, yes, this has been going for almost like 3 years, and I've been exciting, enjoying working at Tech Exchange, and also engaging with the community.
Yes, yeah, and that's what this podcast is all about. We are, hoping to connect with folks that are working in different sectors of of building social equity throughout the community. So we're focused on digital equity as a digital equity organization, but we're also hoping to have a number of guests visit us and talk to us about different community issues, about different programs, different services that are being offered throughout the region. So that's very exciting. And I know for you, Crescencia, you've been talking to a lot of people, right, about community services and things like that at Radio Balam as well.
Ulises, I enjoy working with the community, and they keep calling me every day. The community needs a lot of services, right? And that's what we offer right here. Low cost internet, that's one of the things they ask because everything is so expensive now. But also, we do computer tech and other service right here at Tech Exchange.
And repairs, yes, of course, yeah. So that's just a little snippet about what we're hoping to achieve here with our podcast, and of course, as always, for all our listeners out there, if you have any suggestions or any folks that you think should come on the show and talk to us about the programs or services throughout the community, you may always you reach out to us through the website at techexchange.org. Or if you're analog based, you can call us at 510-866-2260, and the phone works. It's ringing.
It works pretty good.
We have the people calling, so please reach out to us there, and we hope you enjoy the show. We do have our first guest of the program is Cynthia Diaz from Oakland Undivided, one of our great partners, and we're excited to have her come on here shortly and talk to us about all the great work that Oakland Undivided is doing. So stay tuned, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, Crescencio.
All right, thank you, Ulises.
Hello everyone, we are proud to announce that we are now offering free computer classes here at Tech Exchange throughout the Bay Area. We are offering free computer classes in Oakland, San Jose, San Francisco, Richmond, Pittsburgh, and now Solano County. If you're interested in signing up, please visit our website at www.techexchange.org.
Well, here we are again. We're back here at the TechX Radio Podcast, and we have the pleasure today to welcome our second guest, and that is Cynthia Diaz from Oakland Undivided. So let's welcome her. Yes, welcome, Cynthia.
Hi,
how are you?
thank you
Good
for
to see
having
you.
me.
Yes, thank you.
Hi, I'm
Welcome.
good. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So yeah, I know we've been in partnership, obviously, with Oakland Undivided for quite a while, and as we are co-founders of the effort as well. But we have some very great people that are spearheading the work, Cynthia being one of them, and doing a lot of the community impact for that effort. But for those that don't know, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what Oakland Undivided is and what it's all about.
Yeah, happy to. So Oakland Undivided is we're an equity-based collective impact initiative launched in May of 2020, and our goal is to bridge the digital divide that exists in cities like Oakland. We do that by focusing on two things: student connectivity, so supporting student connectivity in our Oakland public schools, and on community connectivity. In Oakland, there's still about 37,000 unconnected households, and our mission is to ensure that by 2027, we get all of those houses online. We do this in partnership with dozens of organizations. Like you said, Tech Exchange is one of them, but we work closely with the Oakland Unified School District, almost all of our charter schools in Oakland, and dozens of community-based organizations. And one of the reasons why we focus so much on the collective is just that we're a small team of 4, and we could not do any of the work that we currently do without these partnerships.
That's right. That's right. Yes. Yes. And of course, this began as a response to the pandemic.
That's
right.
That's right. So we started in May 2020, onset of the pandemic, when our students were forced to do school remotely. We realized at the time that many of our students, thousands of our students, did not have either a computer or access to internet to be able to participate in school remotely. So the first thing we did was just fundraise a lot of money to purchase devices that we could loan out to, that we could give to community, to students, so that they could actually participate in school. I know that Tech Exchange helped us distribute those devices, and we've evolved, and now we don't have to fundraise our own money. There's been a lot of federal funding that helps schools provide devices and hotspots so that students can be connected to internet, even though they're not doing school remotely. We know that it's still really important for them to have access at home, not just the students, but also their family, so that they could just keep up to date with news, apply for benefits, apply for jobs, take advantage of the remote working options that exist now.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's certainly very exciting times for sure, and how Oakland Undivided has evolved, and as key partners and founders with you guys, we're obviously very grateful for all the work that you guys do. But as it has evolved, maybe you could talk a little bit about your most recent efforts and workings that you guys have going on.
Yeah, so one of the things that we're focused on a lot now is on advocating for about $8 billion in funding that is being spent in the state of California to improve broadband infrastructure. So what we're doing is ensuring that communities and cities like Oakland, who've often been overlooked, don't get overlooked for this funding. A lot of folks are arguing that urban cities like Oakland do not need investments to improve their infrastructure because everybody has access to internet, which is not the case. A lot of families will have access, but they only have one internet provider to choose from. So we're trying to make that argument and advocate that there is still a need for broadband investments in the city, so that could increase the number of internet service providers in communities, just to improve quality of service and make internet more affordable. By increasing competition, we know that companies are forced to provide better service and provide better prices. So yeah, that's where a lot of our effort is going, advocating so that these billions of dollars end up in cities like Oakland, so that our students and our unconnected households can afford these internet prices.
Of course, yeah, it's very important stuff. And I guess, what are you finding to be your biggest challenges in that advocacy work?
That's a good question. Oftentimes it feels like we are fighting against, or David fighting against Goliath. We're small nonprofits that are really fighting with internet service providers and the state to really show that there is need. So one of our biggest barriers is just really getting the state to listen to us, to listen to our community, to really hear what's going on in cities like Oakland. Yes, we live in an urban area, but again, that doesn't mean that we all have access to affordable and good quality internet. So yeah, I think one of those biggest barriers has just been getting folks to listen, though we have made really good strides in that. I'll share a little bit more about that later. Just getting folks to listen.
Yes, of course, that is always challenging. And of course, we're again very grateful for the advocacy work that you guys are putting forward. As we're focused more in the programs, as Crescencia knows, right? We're always doing the before the enrollments, which of course, unfortunately, that ended. The ACP. But that also is a challenge, I'm sure, for you guys now.
Yeah, no, thank you for bringing that. The Affordable Connectivity Program, which we were huge promoters of. We worked with Tech Exchange, we worked with Oakland Unified School District charters and other community-based organizations to ensure that folks were aware that there was this program that offered a $30 a month benefit that helped cover home internet. Yeah. And I hear the stories just about the impact that these $30 had, which is amazing. It really got some of our families connected to internet for the first time. It helped some of our families sustain access to internet. And unfortunately, the funding for that program is depleted. And it's not seeming very likely that Congress will pass additional funding. So right now we are facing the challenge of informing the folks that we've helped enroll in this program that it will be ending, and just making sure that they know that they have rights, that they can cancel their plan if they cannot afford their internet bill, that they can switch to a more affordable plan, and just building collateral, building information, getting the message out that, you know, this is ending and this is how it's going to impact you, and these are your rights. I don't think a lot of internet service providers are really being clear about the impact that these folks, that a lot of our households will face once the funding runs out, which right now we're hearing a little bit of conflicting information. Initially we were thinking that April would be the last month. Now we're waiting to hear if maybe May will be the last month or June. We'll keep you all informed. But as y'all know, they're no longer accepting enrollment to the program. So right now the families who were able to enroll are still getting that $30 a month discount. The focus now is just ensuring that they know what to expect once funds are completely depleted.
Yes. I know.
It's not easy.
Well, not to end on a sour note, there is there is a future, right, for Oakland Undivided. So maybe you could talk to us a little bit about that. What is the future looking like?
We are, I mean, I'll emphasize the $8 billion that are being invested in California. Our goal for the next year is to ensure that those investments do end up in Oakland, that whatever promises are made to our city are actually fulfilled, that we get more internet service provider companies serving the community. So that's what our year ahead is looking like, ensuring we get this funding, increase competition. Hopefully that will, not hopefully, and that will decrease the price of internet, making it more affordable for families so that they don't have to depend on these temporary funding programs. And continue supporting schools to make sure that they are able to provide devices, finding revenue sources to continue providing hotspots, which is what has helped some of our students remain connected. I think that's what our focus will be for the next year. We're still really excited to continue our partnership and continue supporting families staying connected.
Right. Well, the exciting thing is that OU will remain yet another year, right, at least.
We're around for at least another year. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it was since it was a response program, right? When it began, it was always intended to sunset or transition into a more permanent effort. But now it's going to continue one more year. But it's hard to predict the future, of course. But what are your thoughts about what it should transition to after that year or so from now?
Yeah, after the year, the hope is that the existing institutions like the City of Oakland, Oakland Unified School District, Tech Exchange, and other community-based organizations are equipped to do the work that we've been doing and continue advocating for our communities, continue being able to provide affordable internet options to folks, improve broadband infrastructure throughout the whole city. Our hope is that all of these institutions will have the tools to continue doing the work. Another thing that we're really hoping, the legacy that we're hoping will leave, is that a lot of organizations and even the state learns from some of our efforts. I think one of the reasons Oakland Undivided has been really successful, aside from our partnerships with community-based organizations like Tech Exchange, is that we're really listening to the community when determining how we're spending our time and the work that we're doing. We found out that, the community needed better hotspots, that students' hotspots that we were distributing at the onset of the pandemic were not working well. And it wasn't until one of our community-based orgs shared that with us that we actually thought about like doing tests. And that's when we found out, okay, these hotspots are not working for some members of our community. We need to do something. Yeah, we need to do something to purchase better devices. And we did. We were able to get 5G hotspots. But again, it's often been the community telling us what they need. And the most successful we've been is when we're really lifting those community voices. So when we're doing advocacy work and going to Sacramento, just sharing the stories that we're hearing from community members is what's really gotten politicians, legislators to listen to us. So I hope that we're leaving that behind, that folks can learn from really working alongside the community to lift their voices and not try to prescribe solutions without listening to what the problems really are.
Well, thank you for sharing that, and yeah, we're definitely excited for that, and as the Oakland Undivided continues to grow and have its efforts, we're grateful to continue to be a part of it, of course, and don't forget about us, of course.
Of course not. Of course
as you guys are going into the big time and everything. But yeah, we appreciate you guys very much, and thank you, Cynthia, for coming on in our very first TechX Radio podcast here.
Thank y'all for having me. I'm really excited.
And then where can people find out more about Oakland Undivided?
You can visit our website, oaklandundivided.org. You'll find all of our contact information there. Again, one of the things that has made us really successful is listening to community stories. So if you have a story, if anyone has a story about just barriers they've had, issues they've had with their internet service providers, we want to hear it, because we're doing our best to bring these stories to our legislators and the folks who can actually do something to improve. So yeah, please visit our website, oaklandundivided.org. You'll find our contact information there. You can email me, and I would be happy to get in touch with anyone.
All right, great. Well, thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you,
We'll see you again soon.
Yeah,
Thank
looking
you,
forward to
everybody.
it.
Thanks. All right.